Hi guys, and welcome to XCOm 2. I'm playing with all the DLC enabled, but no mods, so it's kind of vanilla. I'm going to play it on veteran. All the other settings are correct. I'm going to start the tutorial. This is the... Oh, it's just the DLC. Okay, I was a bit confused then what all that was. Yeah, I'm playing with all the optional narrative content. So before we get started, before I press play, I played this game a little bit a while back when I got my PC, but I did have troubles with my PC and I couldn't record it. I couldn't play it as much as I want to, so I'm finally getting back to playing it. And I thought I'd record it all for you lot. It's probably the most intensive game I've played since then because I never actually fixed my laptop. I sent it away to be fixed and it broke again. I sent it away again and it broke again. I just gave up with it. I kind of muddled through with how it was, and then eventually it just started working fine. Like, the problem that I had just disappeared. So this is the biggest test I'm going to put it through, to play a game like this and record it at the same time. Probably the most I've ever put it through since it's began working. So we'll see if it holds out okay. So this episode's going to be short. It's going to be like a test episode, so if it fails I don't have to waste all my time playing a massive episode. So let's get started.
Continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by French elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior of time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent Administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
Okay, so this is the tutorial. Okay,
First
I'll wait
things
for the tutorial.
You need to get out of sight. Grab some cover near that low wall.
Copy that. Moving up.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go for the tutorial. I already know the basics of how to play. I just want to refresh myself, and I thought it'd be good for you to see it as well. For those of you who haven't played the game, you sort of know what the game's about if you see the tutorial first as well. For those who don't know the story, in the first game, the aliens were invading the universe. So soldier gets 2 actions per turn. Usually shooting takes both actions, usually. Or it has to be the final action is probably the better way of saying it. So aliens invaded the Earth in the first game.
In position, but I'm exposed here.
And now we lost. In the first game, even no matter how you did, you lost the game. Kind of. You lost the war, I should say. So now the aliens set up kind of like a dictatorship kind of situation here.
Crasher 2, stay close. Keep pace with Crasher 1.
And like we're the freedom fighters against said dictatorship, and that's how the game kicks off.
They're holding position. We're gonna have to go through them. Stay out of sight until we're ready to strike.
Copy that.
Keep to the shadows until you're absolutely set. We'll only get one shot at this.
In the shadows.
Most missions start with the squad in concealment. Use concealment to set up ambushes. If any of your soldiers are spotted, all of your soldiers use the benefits of concealment. So what that means is, as long as I don't go in this red area or get flanked by, there are guys around here somewhere. As long as I don't go in that red area over here, it's disappeared now, then I won't get spotted. So I can use that to get around the enemies and set up the first point of contact, just so I decide where the fight starts, assuming I stay concealed.
Don't get too close. They'll be spotted for sure and we'll lose our advantage.
So I've got no choice about where I move these soldiers now. I'm just moving them up as the tutorial tells me to.
They may have the numbers, but we've got surprise on our side. Hopefully that's enough.
Remind me to thank the old man.
So it's 2 against 4 now.
We're not out of the woods yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
I've got the trap on them. Permission to engage.
Do it.
And now we get to pick who we want to fire at. Oh, no. Is there a way of scrolling through them? I thought there was a way of scrolling through. So all got a relatively same chance of hitting. I think it's forced me to fire at this one. But none of them are in cover, so I've got a high critical damage there. That's the possible damage. The crit will take it higher than it, obviously. And it tells you how all these are added up all here. So I'm in a good range for the weapon. He's got a good aim benefit, and I'm flanking. So all in all, this should hit. But this then knocks us all out of concealment, both people. So we no longer have the ambush advantage. And after you're spotted by a group of enemies, that enemy gets a move to scramble and scatter into cover. So concealment lost, any soldiers attacks, window or doors kicked open, or a soldier is flanked or stepped on a detection tile. So that's these red ones here.
They can see you now. How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem.
So we got to move this one up, hopefully to take
I appreciate the bravery, but you're dangerously close right now.
take some
Be
shots
careful.
at these guys. Well, we do get to choose who we're shooting here, it looks like. Oh no, we don't. Have to shoot this guy here. And those slow motion cutscenes look so good when you take soldiers down like that.
You're still keeping score, right?
Now I believe at this point all this here that's going on now is very much scripted, so he was always going to miss that shot. And he is always going to hit this one. So it's 1 against 2 now. I've lost her, but like I said, it was scripted. That was always going to happen.
Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play it. Okay.
So after seeing that she got shot up by moving forward too hastily, he's also going to move forward too hastily.
Nice work. Press the advantage before they get around you.
He's going to take out this guy. Why am I not shooting?
Let's see how you like this. They're closing in on me. They're moving around the side.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
See, I can't believe how badass they've made this character.
Central.
It took me a long time into my first playthrough to realise
What have you been
this
doing
guy
down
here
there?
is central from the first XCOm. He was a bit of a geek in the first game, and now he's fucking badass.
At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side. I'm on it. Keep your eyes peeled. Fire on anything that moves.
So now I'm going to put him in Overwatch position, which means if anyone moves in his line of sight, he'll shoot at it.
The main entrance is clear. We need to move on the package.
Let's move him inside, get in by that door.
Menace 3, you're up.
Hold up. You should check that body for salvageable gear. We need anything we can get at this point. Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs their stuff to self-destruct.
So this weapon either aim bonus to any weapons attached to. I think, if I remember rightly, these are like one-use things. So not one use, but you can apply them to one gun. So only one character is going to have a scope at some point. But we've got one to add to our troops, so that'll be useful at some point. And now let's move her further in as well. Oh no, didn't mean to click that. Now we've got reinforcements to deal with. Like I said, I believe this is all still scripted, everything that happens from now on. There's not much I can do to change the way this is going to go.
They're getting nervous. Now I know we're in the right place.
This is his Overwatch. This is his Overwatch shot. So he takes out the first guy.
Well done. Fall back to our position. Just go. I'll try to stall him here.
So let's try giving the second guy a go. So normally in this situation it looked like, oh, it's 48%. I would have thought he'd be easy to be shot. But you see, he's got 3 health, so normally I would fire at him, I think. It's one less enemy to worry about. But the tutorial wants us to fire at the officer over here. He's got more health, so I'm probably not going to kill him, no matter what. And I missed anyway, so it's not a big deal.
What the?
I'm going for the door. You should be able to cut right through the door's security protocols. They were never expecting anyone to get this close.
Let's hack through this door. So normally in this slot here, there's a a fail chance, because sometimes if you fail bad, you get debuffs for the team, but if you succeed well and you have a good hacker, you get some good bonuses for your team. So I'm going to go for that. On fail, no effects, unlock chance 6%, so it's a bit unlikely, but go for it anyway. Yeah, so I'm not gaining concealment this turn, but the door is opening up.
Good. Let's go.
Just pull him inside like they ask.
Moving to secure the baggage.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you get me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
The entire Advent security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
That landing on the back of his head looked painful. Probably for the best he died, to be honest there. I won't want to live through that.
Central, pressure 1 is down. You have to get out of there.
We need another exit. Now!
Got it covered.
Wait, let me do that. There you go. I'm just moving too quick for it, I think.
Fire in the hole.
Works for me.
So let's pull him out of it and call in an evac.
Almost there. Stay focused.
They're right behind us. Way too close.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here. Keep moving.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Get him into the evac zone. I think that's the tunnel over once you get him in. You don't have to get the, what's her name? Jane Kelly. You don't have to get her in. So just press that button. Oh. It's cooling down apparently. There you go.
contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree. But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We are ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it. Remarkable. Just like 20 years ago.
Yeah, this is what he used to look like.
We were still calling it a war back then.
The guy in the green sweater with this badass now with a beard.
We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection. Preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Doctor! No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told them it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander.
So that's us then. The first mission was, weirdly enough, us rescuing us.
Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
So I think I'm going to leave that there. We just finished this tutorial. It's a lot of cutscene. Oh,
Commander,
okay,
to the
we've got to go to the research lab
labs.
apparently. Yes, there's a lot of cutscenes and mainly the tutorial. I just want to get that out of the way. So there was no real decision making you saw from there, but that's that over and done with now, really. I'll leave it here. I'll see you all in the next episode where we'll get into our first proper mission where we take control of the squad and we'll start ranking up our soldiers. If you'd like to be immortalised as one of our many soldiers, because I think we can change their names and stuff as you go through. I can't quite remember, but I think you can change their names and stuff like that. So leave a comment down below of like what you want me to call any of these soldiers, and I'll name a soldier after you or your favourite character or whatever you want. So feel free to do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.